Exodus chapter 2. And there goes a man of the house of Levi, and he takes the daughter of Levi. And the woman conceives and bears a son, and she sees him, that he is beautiful. And she hides him for 3 months, and she has not been able to hide him any more. And she takes an ark of rushes for him, and covers it with bitumen and with pitch, and puts the boy in it, and puts it in the weeds by the edge of the river. And his sister stations herself far off, to know what is done to him. And a daughter of Pharaoh comes down to bathe at the river, and her girls are walking by the side of the river, and she sees the ark in the midst of the weeds, and sends her handmaid. And she takes it and opens, and sees him, the boy, and behold, a child weeping. And she has pity on him and says, "This is one of the Hebrews' children." And his sister says to the daughter of Pharaoh, "Do I go? When I have called a suckling woman of the Hebrews for you, then she suckles the boy for you." And the daughter of Pharaoh says to her, "Go." And the virgin goes and calls the mother of the boy, and the daughter of Pharaoh says to her, "Take this boy away and suckle him for me, and I give your hire." And the woman takes the boy and suckles him. And the boy grows, and she brings him to the daughter of Pharaoh, and he is to her for a son. And she calls his name Moses, and says, "Because I have drawn him from the water." And it comes to pass in those days that Moses is grown, and he goes out to his brothers and looks on their burdens. And he sees a man, an Egyptian, striking a man, a Hebrew, one of his brothers. And he turns here and there, and sees that there is no man, and strikes the Egyptian, and hides him in the sand. And he goes out on the second day, and behold, 2 men, Hebrews, are striving. And he says to the wrongdoer, "Why do you strike your neighbor?" And he says, "Who set you for a head and judge over us? Are you saying it to slay me, as you have slain the Egyptian?" And Moses fears and says, "Surely the thing has been known." And Pharaoh hears of this thing, and seeks to slay Moses. And Moses flees from the face of Pharaoh, and dwells in the land of Midian, and dwells by the well. And to a priest of Midian are 7 daughters, and they come and draw, and fill the troughs to water the flock of their father, and the shepherds come and drive them away. And Moses arises and saves them, and waters their flock. And they come to their father Reuel, and he says, "Why have you hurried to come in today?" And they say, "A man, an Egyptian, has delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and has also diligently drawn for us, and waters the flock." And he says to his daughters, "And where is he? Why is this that you left the man? Call for him, and he eats bread." And Moses is willing to dwell with the man. And he gives his daughter Zipporah to Moses. And she bears a son, and he calls his name Gershom. For, he said, "I have been a sojourner in a strange land." And it comes to pass during these many days that the king of Egypt dies. And the sons of Israel sigh because of the service, and cry, and their cry goes up to God because of the service. And God hears their groaning, and God remembers his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And God sees the sons of Israel, and God knows.